Hello, hello, hello. Happy December! Happy December! If this is your first time watching me live, my name is Dr. Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist. I specialize in helping business owners build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million-dollar legacies. And on today, I am going to speak about giving the gift of generational wealth. Now, I have gotten some new followers and some new subscribers, so I want you to know a little bit more about what I do, and then I'm going to dive into today's topic. So, I am an insurance broker. I have a $1 million agency, and I am also a business consultant and coach who helps people attract more abundance and retire wealthy. I love helping you see why and how to build six-figure retirement streams over six-figure retirement dreams. And I am also the person who's going to encourage you to get to know your numbers and make data-driven decisions in your business based on the numbers. Speaking of which, I actually started my day today with my accountant, and we looked at numbers as we're preparing for 2026, and it was very enlightening for the both of us to have the conversation about what has gone well in 2025, how has 2025 numbers compared to 2024 and 2023, and those types of things. So sometimes people will book me to speak, they book me to MC, they book me to host, they book me to train. And if you're interested in booking me, then you can use the link that's going across the bottom of the screen, and you can go to the link and book me for your 2026 experiences. Now, let's focus on the topic at hand. As we're in the season of giving, let's think about ways that we can give the gift of generational wealth. Yes, generational wealth. It is important for you to understand that generational wealth is not just a trendy topic. It shouldn't just be something that you talk about. It should be something that you be about, okay? And that's something that I am about. And so on today, I want to start off by sharing with you a few ways that you can give the gift of generational wealth this season, this Christmas season. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Just in case I don't see y'all before the actual day, because I will be spending some time away working on my business, working on my strategies, planning for 2026. So I won't be outside as much. In the few places that I will be outside at, maybe out of town. Okay, well, actually, a lot of them will be out of town. So here's what I will say. The first thing that I want you to consider if you're looking to give the gift of generational wealth this season is I want you to consider one of the strategies that I teach my clients called the $1 Million Baby Strategy. If you have ever heard of the $1 Million Baby Strategy, kudos to you. If you've never heard of the $1 Million Baby Strategy, I want you to put baby in the comment section. Comment the word baby, because I want to show you how this strategy can help your child have over six figures for college, over $1 million before they retire, and money for their first home. They can pay for their wedding in full. Weddings are expensive. They can invest into real estate with the money that is in their $1 Million Baby Strategy plan. How did I learn about the $1 Million Baby Strategy? I learned about the $1 Million Baby Strategy by listening to a young man who was an actual grown $1 million baby. Yes, for real, for real. So I won't give out his name, but I will say he's a Caucasian male who was about 38 years old at the time. And so we were outside of a meeting. There was a training happening here in the Dallas area, and I stepped outside and I was speaking to him, and he was like, hey, let me show you something. So when he said, let me show you something, I said, well, let me look. So he showed me how his $1 million baby plan was working for him. The plan was started when he was a baby, and as a 38-year-old, he had over $1 million in this account that he could do whatever he wanted to do with it. And I was like, you got this when you were a baby? Y'all, my life changed. I've never been the same. So every season, every Christmas season, every New Year, if you've been watching me, you know I tell people to take a look at the $1 Million Baby Plan. It is a plan that can help your child be able to have hundreds of thousands of dollars when they grow up. Give the gift that's going to keep on giving, a gift that's going to benefit your children and your children's children. As a matter of fact, that's a biblical principle. Did you know that even in God's word, he says that a wise man, a good man, leaves an inheritance for his children and his children's children. And you can build that inheritance during your lifetime. You shouldn't just leave your babies and your children and your grandchildren millions of dollars when you leave the earth, which is good to leave them money when you leave the earth, but you can set them up to start building their own assets and be able to have their own land and to be able to have their own real estate and to be able to have their own capital for their business and to be able to fund their own education without worrying about student loans. Did y'all know that the amount of money that you can borrow from the federal government in student loans is decreasing? Did you know that the same type of financial aid and benefits that we were able to accept and take part in as we were college students are not going to be there for our children and our children's children? That's another reason why you should look at the $1 Million Baby Plan. If you're interested in seeing how this could work, again, it only takes 15 minutes. You and I will meet in my private Zoom room and I will show you how it works in 15 minutes. And that's it. If you want it, great. If you don't want it, then that's fine too. Maybe you're just like, I just want to see it out of curiosity because I know that I have nieces, I have nephews, I have children, I have grandchildren that need to see it, but I want to see it first. Then how about this? How about you book an appointment using the link that's going across the bottom of the screen? Book the appointment for the $1 Million Baby Strategy or the $1 Million Baby Plan, and I will show you how it works. Now, another way that you can give the gift of generational wealth, and I will say thank you for all of you all watching. I see I got a lot of people watching right now. Let's see. Oh, Sean said, baby, excellent. Okay, I see people are watching. This is awesome. So another way that you are able to give the gift of generational wealth is you can make sure that you're not just building your business to make money for today. You're not just building your business to make money to pay bills and meet payroll, but you're building your business in a way in which you can build generational wealth and you can sell your company either for millions of dollars or you can have a family business that your children can become a part of. They can adopt, they can enjoy, they can take to the next level. You can do that. Right now is the time for you to start focusing on that. I was reading, and I have been reading a lot over the last few weeks. I know some of you have checked on me, and I thank you. You're like, Terry, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. I've been reading. I've been studying. I've been planning. One of the things that I decided to do was to reread a lot of books in my home. Why am I rereading these books? Because when I bought these books and I read them the first time, I read them as a different version of myself. Thank you, Sean, for commenting, baby. I will definitely reach out to you to meet with you. I was at a different stage in my life when I first bought these books or when I read them the first time. So as I get ready to close out 2025, I am rereading books. And so this is a book that I've decided to reread. It's called Jesus Career Counselor, How to Find and Keep Your Perfect Work by Lori Beth Jones. Now, when I bought this book, I was a teacher. I was an 8th grade science teacher. I was in a program called Teach for America. I didn't know if I wanted to stay a teacher, if I wanted to move out of the classroom, if I wanted to go into another industry. So I felt like reading this book was going to give me more insight and more guidance to know what was going to be the next moves that I needed to make. And by the way, some of you may be in that same space as we're getting ready to go into the next year. You're like, I need to know, what move should I make? Should I stay where I am? Should I move? Should I go? Like, what should I do? So you may be in that same space. I will say, surround yourself with wise counsel and read. It's good to listen to podcasts because I do that, especially when I take my road trips and I'm traveling and I'm flying. I do like listening to podcasts, but there's just something about putting your hand on a really good book and reading it. So even before I got deep into the book, I realized, I was like, I know another reason why I'm reading this book. I'm not just reading this book for me. I picked it up, to tell y'all the truth. I picked it up because I wanted to be able to help my clients as they meet with me. I wanted to be able to give them more guidance. So I felt like this book would be a good way to do that. I wanted to see how to infuse more of the biblical principles with the financial principles and business principles, which is what I do anyway. But when I read this book, like literally page 4 and 5 of this book, I said, oh, I see exactly what my homework assignment is from this book. I read in this book that many of the historical figures in the Bible were business owners. They own a family business, or they were self-employed. And as I kept reading, I said, wait a minute. That is so true. Many of the historical figures in the Bible were business owners, self-employed, or they help work a family business. So again, today I am speaking about giving the gift of generational wealth. Yes, I want you to get the $1 Million Baby Plan. Yes, I want you to be able to set up your retirement stream so that your family can be able to have money for the rest of their life, and you can have income for the rest of your life. If you don't know how to do that, you can book a Retire Wealthy consultation with me. You can either just go to the link that's going across the bottom of the screen, or you can, or top of the screen, depending on where you are watching, or you can just simply put income in the comment section, and I'll reach out to you and make sure we set that appointment for those products that can pay you income for life and pay your spouse income for life as well. So page 4 and 5 of this book highlights some of the most famous biblical characters who either were self-employed, they worked a family business, they're a business owner, or they're an employer, or all of it. Okay. So among the self-employed, we have Nathaniel, Samuel, Jonah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, Elijah, Mordecai, Rahab, Micah, Balaam, Malachi, and some of them who worked a family business or who co-owned a company with family members include Abraham, Noah, Job, Moses, Miriam, Aaron, Saul, Jonathan, David, Solomon, Jacob, Isaac, Lot, Boaz, Ruth, Peter, Andrew, James, John, and Jesus. One of the most famous biblical characters who went from having a family business to being an employee to being self-employed to becoming an employer is King David. Yes, the one after God's own heart. So as I was reading this book, I said, you know what? Those are a lot of characters that I've heard about, that I've read about. I've heard biblical stories about these people, but I've never really studied the books in terms of how have these men and women operated in their lives as business owners and self-employed individuals. What did they do that I need to take notes on? What did they not do that I need to take note on? And what are some principles that I may have missed? I've heard the story about Ruth and Boaz. I've heard the story about Moses, and I know about Abraham and Miriam, but let me go back and see what the Bible says about their business. Let me go back and see what type of business they had and what type of family business they had. Let me go back and see what I can learn from Job, who was a very wealthy man who lost everything. Everything. Because the enemy wanted him to curse God. Some of y'all this year, y'all feel like y'all lost everything. You lost your job. You lost your spouse. You lost your children. Maybe they're out there in the street. I don't know. But you really don't know where to go next. And in the word of Job, in the book of Job, there are concrete context clues on how you can get double for your trouble, how you cannot lose faith. You're going to praise God. You're going to worship God. You're not going to curse God. You're going to keep on going. You're going to keep on going. This was a millionaire. In our day, we would call him a millionaire. That's why I said, you know what? Yeah, I need to keep on reading these books that are in my home. because I want to give the gift of generational wealth. Although I'm not married, although I don't have any children yet, that does not mean I can't prepare for them now. Just because you're not at a certain stage in your life don't mean that you can't prepare for when that stage comes in the future. Some of you are waiting too late to prepare for retirement because you're like, I'm young, I got time. I don't know how your 2025 was, but mine went by quickly. Mine went by very, very, very quickly. It was a great year. It was a beautiful year. It was a year of highs and lows, but it went by very quickly. So you don't have to wait until you are in a certain season to prepare to be the best for that season. Again, although I'm not a mother, I don't have any children. I am not married. I am preparing for that now. For those of you who are mothers, grandmothers, fathers, grandfathers, godparents, rich aunties, you can give the gift of generational wealth. Give the gift of generational wealth by, again, taking a look at the $1 Million Baby Plan. I got a $1 billion baby plan too. You can book an appointment. I'll show you how it works. It takes 15 minutes. You can get it if you like it. If you don't like it, at least you know about it, and you may refer me to somebody who needs to see it. But the other way is to build a business that's going to last long after you're here. If I don't have any children, guess what I do have? I do have siblings that I can leave my business to run. And there are cousins. There are little cousins that are watching me. I got baby cousins that are watching me, y'all. They're watching me. And so they may be the ones who inherit my company and decide to run my business for me. I am not just building a business for today. I am not just making money for today. Ooh, that's kind of hot. That red lipstick kind of hot. Maybe I mean that lip gloss, I should have put the lipstick on first because that's kind of hot. Let me see if I can cool it down. I wanted to match my nails, but goodness, that's hot. Okay, let's see. So again, let's see. Lisa said, honey, we ain't got a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. I was literally speaking with my accountant this morning, and we were looking at the revenue from 2023. Then we looked at revenue for 2024. We looked at revenue from 2025, which is really great. Like, I've grown by quite a bit. Our company has grown by quite a bit. But even as I was looking at 2023 numbers, I was able to pinpoint exactly where I was mentally in each month. I knew what I was feeling. I knew what I was doing. I knew when I was out of town. I knew when I was in town. I knew when I was focused. I knew when I was distracted. And I looked back and said, dang, that was only 2023. I know that the time is passing by very quickly. Time is of the essence. So as you prepare for 2026, I want you to remember that you should give the gift of generational wealth this season. Whether it is giving your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and your nephews, your godchildren, the gift of the $1 Million Baby strategy, the $1 billion baby strategy, or positioning yourself to be able to have a thriving family business in 2026, do that. If you're like, Terry, I am interested in working with you. I want you to help me in strategizing either for 2026 or 2027. You can send me a DM, or you can book a coaching call using the link that's going across the bottom of the screen. Now, if you're not just looking and you're serious about booking, there's a link. I have a few spots left for December. And then the rest of December, I'm meeting with my team because I am doing what I'm telling y'all to do. I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I am taking the last 2 weeks of this month off so that I can spend more time with my personnel. I'm spending more time with my team so that we can make sure that we're positioned to give better customer service in 2026, so that we can make sure we are positioned to help twice as many families in 2026. We want to have a global impact. Now, we are having an international impact right now. We are expanding our reach. I've spoken to 3 women in London within the last 7 days. I've been invited to join forces with women in other countries already. I'm like, okay, God, I hear you. I see you. I was speaking with my accountant today. She said, are you traveling next year? I said, yeah, I already got three trips for sure on the calendar. And then I actually went through my plan for next year, and I said, well, got about 10 places I'll be going next year. 3 of them are international for sure. London, Portugal, and Bora Bora. So those are 3 places on there for next year. So I'm already in the space of saying, instead of me traveling and then being like, dang, now I got to make up for the time that I missed when I was traveling. No, we're planning for that now. We're planning for that now. I'm planning for that now. Now is the time to build that. Your children are going to outgrow the clothes. The Nintendo, look, I'm old. What is it? What is it? Xbox. The Xboxes, the PlayStations, they're going to get old. There are going to be newer versions of those things. The hairstyles, because I know y'all be spending a few $100s on hair and hairstyles. Y'all like mine? My braider, she does an incredible job. Listen, they cost a few $100s. A few $100s for the braids. I know y'all are spending it anyway. You may as well put those dollars into a plan that's going to multiply your money and multiply the opportunities for your children. Become your own bank. Ask me how. I thank you for watching this live. I thank you for watching the replay. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the comment section. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning of December. I will be going live every day. I will be going live every day. I am back. I took some time off. I will be going live every day because I want you to continue to be focused on giving the gift of generational wealth. Thank you so much for watching. Happy December. Happy early Merry Christmas. I love Christmas time. I love the end of the year. I love New Year's as well. So thank you again for watching. If you are new here, subscribe. If you are new here, follow. Send me a friend request. Send me a DM. Do all the things because I want to connect with you. And let's attract more abundance and retire wealthy together. My name is Dr. Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist. I do work with men too, by the way, but I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist, and I specialize in helping business owners build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million-dollar legacies. Have a wonderful week, and again, happy December. Adios.